And live from the rinks, it's Saturday night hockey. It's the SCHSHL Freshman Finals. Welcome everyone. Jack Ziskin on the call for the Long Island Sports Network, your home for high school hockey here on the island. Alongside, well, a new face on color commentary. A familiar one for me, not for you. But today it seems like this broadcast can be a bit of a family affair.
What?
As Annabelle Ziskin hops on the call as my color commentator here today. Annabelle, great to have you here. And Annabelle, it's great to have you here. Obviously, an exciting game today.
Excited to be here.
And forgive us, we've had a bit of a headset issue. We've worked it out now, but as I was saying, it's an exciting matchup between Sachem and the East Islip Chiefs. Sachem won the first game 8-4. Roman Cruz potted a natural hat trick in a span of 4 minutes. He scored again before the period ended. He scored 5 times total in the 8-5 victory. And here tonight, he will look to lead the Sachem Warriors to a freshman title. Annabelle, and we talked about this before the game at length, and you mentioned it. Sachem's had a lot of firepower. You go back, you look at their earlier games. Well, a natural hat trick for Sachem against EI, that's not uncommon. Will Trapani did it during the regular season. And in each meeting between these two teams, the winner has had to score 7 goals or more. And we were mentioning it, talking about it. What should we expect here today?
High-scoring games previous in the season, but it is tough to win 2 in a row, so we'll see.
Well, you know how intense playoff hockey can get. You've played it at the NCAA level, of course, and what would your mindset be? What would your advice be to these players coming into the game?
My advice would be lock down in the D zone. I mean, the games in the past, the teams have put up a lot of goals. You lock down in the D zone, you'll put yourself in a good position to win.
Well, neither team has been able to figure out how to do that this season. We're going to see if that changes here tonight. But first, we're going to take a quick break for the playing of our very own national anthem here at the rinks in Hauppauge, New York. Jack Ziskin, Annabelle Ziskin on the call. We'll be right back. are back for opening puck drop here at the rings. Jack Ziskin alongside Hannibal Ziskin on the call for what could be the final game of the 2024 SCHSHL campaign. Joe Sasso in between the pipes for EI. A bit of a interesting dynamic last game, Annabelle. Now, we've seen goalies pulled in this league all the time. Have you ever seen a goalie pulled and then put back in?
I have, actually.
Not very common, is it?
Not very. I think I've seen it happen once in my life. But sometimes it's how your team plays, not about how you played in net. And you got to get them going, and you get them going by taking the goalie out. And
for Joe Sasso, he entered the game after Travis Martin was peppered early on by Cruz. And right now, as the opening draw is won, Becker with possession, firing it into the zone. Foreman looking to collect under pressure from Kearney. Comes up the wall to Mineta. Ahead for Trapani. Play is broken up. Sachem resetting D-to-D. Palladino. Pass is deflected. Good forecheck there by Becker. Dumping it into the opposite corner. Horman setting it up to the wall. Slips by Veith. So no icing on the play-in. Starting netminder for Sachem back in between the pipes. It's going to be Joe Volante. EI looking for a zone exit after Sachem entered the zone. Simone to Mineta. Pulls up. Fires. Shot is blocked. Damien up the wall. Becker. EI gets a clear now. Annabelle, a lot of fast-paced transition action early on. What are you seeing here? Because it looks like these teams are playing a little bit tighter than we saw in game one.
Sachem seems to be connecting on passes better as we head into the second minute of the period, but they got to watch out for the icings. Not quite sure how they didn't call that last one. Just about the defender being there. It slipped under his stick, but Cole Calber along the wall. Both teams unable to get set in the offensive zone. A turnover forced. Landon Musamechi. Forehand, backhand, wide of the net. Sachem recovers. Towards center, Trapani. Knocked off the puck. Akeroth can't settle it. Roman Cruz knocked off of it as well. Comes to Cole Calber. D-to-D for Jack Mitchell. Pass ahead. Intended for Trapani. Broken up. Sachem enters off sides, and we get our first stoppage of the game. 13-12 remaining. And, again, a lot of play in the neutral zone, a lot of fast-paced action. What does Sachem have to do to get set in the offensive zone? What does EI have to do to prevent them from doing that? Sachem's got to connect on those passes, especially the ones up the middle, and EI's getting there. They're cutting off those passes, getting in the way. Frustrating Sachem right now. We still haven't seen a shot in this game. 2 minutes have elapsed. Horman off the wall. Wanted Portanova. Couldn't connect. Tigliano supports. Forcing a turnover. To Portanova. Shot on goal. Rebound. No. First shot of the game. A golden opportunity. Then put off the pipe. And now heading the other way. Haynes for EI. Tries to slip through the defense. Ends up chipping it in. Akeroth in the corner. Musamechi. Forcing a turnover. Cruz recovering it. Tried to headman Tigliano. Cruz now picks it back up. Poked away by Akeroth. Horman resets. Sachem in gray, black, and gold today. EI in white and black with the red trim. Sent back into zone again. Bradley racing against Horman. Collects the puck. Can't maintain possession. Comes up the far side half wall. Sent towards the front. Recovered. Warriors looking for a clear. Portanova off the wall. Veith chips it back the way it came and then thrown all the way down. A turnover. Cruz dancing and shot over the net. Roman Cruz making his presence felt after a nearly costly defensive turnover. And Annabelle, you said it. You can't have turnovers like that. Puck comes out of the zone. Schlitt looking for it. Trying to dump it in. Palladino got a piece of it. Jack Mitchell got the rest of it, and trying to reverse that for weak side. Fontaine towards the front. Schlitt has it. Walson in the skates. Sachem recovers. Trapani dangling alone. Shot. He scores. Will Trapani, his 8th of the postseason, and Sachem strikes first. It's 1-0. an absolutely nasty shot by Trapani. Just blew by that defenseman. Tough start for EI, 4 minutes into the period.
It's not what you want to see, that's for sure. It's a 1-0 game. Will Trapani, he had 2 last night. Dylan Simone picking up the assist. Trapani's 10th point of the postseason. Simone's 9th. Simone has 1 goal, 8 assists. Trapani 8 goals, 2 assists. EI looking for the zone exit, and now it's just got to be crisper than that. Jackson Cruz, to his credit, is a very mobile defenseman, but you don't want to send those into the boards. He's going to send those face-offs back down towards your own end.
Hope the EI coach got out of the way of that one.
Well, looks like they did. Danny Barbarito's heading back to that spot. Face-off is won back. Horman with possession for Sachem. Goes D to Cruz. Saucering that one up. It slips past to Perry. We get a whistle for icing. And you said it. You didn't understand how they missed those icings earlier on. Obviously, they deemed the defender had a chance to play it. A little bit different than the NCAA level, of course, but at the end of the day, you can't make passes like that and expect not to draw an icing, correct?
You got to relax with the puck, take your time, find open players and open ice.
Shot from the point off the draw was blocked, but a turnover forced a chance, a shot, a save. Flashing the glove that time, it was Valente.
That was a nice save by the goaltender on that one, but you can't be letting up those turnovers right in the slot. Especially after scoring a big goal in the first 5 minutes, you got to be locked down in the D zone.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Abba. That's the first shot of the game for EI that ended up on net. Sachem looking for a zone exit. Flipped across. Jack Mitchell wheels up ice, tried to send it towards the weak side. Nobody there for Sachem. Ends back up with Lemaire and EI. Ahead for Akeroth. He chips it into the zone. Mitchell recovers. Haynes on the chase. Thrown towards the weak side. Musumeci breaks that play up. Had a 1-on-0 earlier on, and now forcing a turnover there, but it's recovered by Horman. Wheeling up ice, breezing into the zone. Chip and chase. Sachem defender looking to recollect. Carrying it right to left, ends up handing it off there. Tritigliano trying to get to work on the cycle. EI forced a turnover. Bordanova got it back. And now pinned along the wall, comes out. The point Horman. His shot gloved. And 9:29 remaining in the period. A nice shot from the point by Horman. And that's the type of shot you want to see if you're Sachem.
Yeah, Sachem's using their D well all over the ice. In the offensive zone, neutral zone regroups, D-to-D passes. They're doing well moving the puck all around.
Couldn't agree more, and as we see this draw one back, Jack Mitchell walking in, sent towards the front, it's deflected into the corner. That time off the stick of Veith. Comes back to the slot. Trapani's shot is blocked. Mitchell rescues it, backhands it back into the zone. Towards the slot. Feed intended for Trapani, broken up. Sent towards. Trying to spring Becker that time. Mitchell re-entering off sides. And a really nice defensive play by Mitchell there.
Yeah, really nice play. Neutral zone faceoffs, okay. Got to watch those offsides. But hey, all around good play.
You can't have a breakaway like that, of course. And a good opportunity for EI. That time just went awry, and as Sachem wins the draw forward, another face-off, another quick stoppage, and looks like a bit of a tie-up there behind the play. Officials are quick to break that one up. Face-off will come to the right of Sasso. Off the draw Sachem with possession. Trauma in the corner. Veith knocks him off the puck. Ahead for Bradley. Trapani gets in his way. Simone can't recover. Now a 2-on-2 chance through neutral. Bradley beats the defender. Comes in. Ahead for Becker. Too far. And now sent towards the slot. It skips the stick of Veith. Comes out into neutral. And Damien has to reset. Bradley re-entering. Slipping by Cole Calber. Palladino supporting. Puck changes hands a couple times there as it leaves in the zone. And now EI will reset. Dump back in beneath the goal line. Palladino under pressure from Bradley, throwing it up the strong side wall. Becker forced to turnover, can't maintain possession. It comes back out with Trauma. Tried to move it cross ice, it was deflected. Damien pinching ahead, trying to break past Horman, unable to do so. Andrew Firth to Bradley. EI is offsides. And I think Bradley's gesturing to officials. He thought he was pushed offside. Won't get the call his way. But you gotta like what you saw from him on that shift.
Yeah, Sachem's been killing EI in the offensive zone with their pinches at the blue. But Ryan Bradley got the puck out, got the puck deep, and it created some offense for EI. So he should be happy with that shift.
It's a one-score game. Draw has been won back to Fries in a much cleaner period. At this time yesterday, Sachem had already gone up 3-0. Delayed offsides, delayed no longer. 7:43 now remaining in the period. And when you look at a fast team like Sachem, they had 3 of the league's top 4 scorers. Will Trapani pacing the entire league right up until the end when Connor Gerard leapfrogged them. And you got to think that it's better for EI if the Warriors' big 3 doesn't have as much time in open ice without these stoppages to get set. Off the draw, Loeb pushed it forward. Fries and recovers off a D-to-D pass, dumps it in. Fontaine forechecking. Horman recollects. Lost it, gets it back, sends it up the wall. Held in by Will Gonzalez. Bradley pushing back into the corner. Cruz throws it back up the wall. Lost in the feet of Gonzalez. Still looking for it, battling with Zach Hess. Backhands it into the corner. Cruz throws it up. It's kicked out. Bradley broken up. Schlitt rescues it. Backhands it into the corner. Horman recollects. Fontaine on the forecheck. Going D-to-D, Bradley against Cruz. Now, opposite side. Sachem looking for a zone exit as Bradley gets it. Has lost it. Sent towards the slot. Fontaine can't get the shot off. A good block by Rutigliano. Hess looking for a clear. Separated from the puck, but the Chiefs will have to reset in neutral. And a turnover. Hess breezes into the zone. Shielding. One-handed shot. And it's paddled aside by Sasso. Sachem collected the rebound. Comes to the point. Horman's shot. Turned aside. Patrick Loeb looking to recollect the loose change. EI sends it up but not out. Horman holding it in. Rutigliano carrying it forward. And that shot gobbled up. Another stop for Sasso. And if not for the EI netminder, this might not be a 1-0 game.
No, you're right, Jack. Sachem's out shooting EI 8-2 right now, and a big part of that is that they're getting their shots on net. EI had a few opportunities in that last shift, but they didn't get the puck to the net. One was blocked, one missed the net.
And Sachem shot blocking prowess, well, they've done it a lot this year. They do a really good job of getting in those passing lanes and getting in those shooting lanes without screening their own goaltender. EI got it clear. Mineta nearly had it. Comes back to Kearney. Across for Becker. Pass skips his stick. In the corner. Backhanded it to the point. Held in by Harrison. Over for Firth. Shot off the end boards. Recollected by Mitchell. Looking ahead. Flips it up. Comes out. Skips the stick of Mineta. Fluttering that time. Resetting. It's Trapani. Saucers it over to Mitchell. Tries to send it back ahead. It's deflected by Kearney. Chipped back into the zone by Becker. Palladino with it now. On the puck retrieval. Takes a hit. Looks to recollect. Sends it up the wall. Comes out of the zone. Fluttering out in neutral. A race for the puck. A chance for Vinny Mineta, who can't win it. A good poke there. EI survives. A near breakaway opportunity for Sachem. And now heading the other way. Firth with it. Ahead. It could be a 3-on-1 if he hurries. Looking for the pass to the slot. It's broken up off the skate of Palladino. A big defensive stop for Sachem just after EI came up with one of their own. Leaves the zone again. Mineta ahead. Looking towards the back door. Can't find it. A big poke check this time from Lemaire. It comes out to the point. Foreman races in. Shot. Turned aside by Sasso. Puck comes free. Mineta in the corner. Curling away from pressure. On the cycle to Simone. It's knocked free. Lemaire moving it to the weak side. Ends up with Trapani. Sachem forward shielding. Under pressure. It's knocked free. And ahead now is Musamechi. Play broken up again. All the way down, rolling past Horman. Officials deem it icing. 4:27 remaining, and a flurry of chances there.
Yeah, and things seem to be getting a little heated between these teams today, don't they?
They don't like each other. They don't make a secret of it. The first meeting between these two squads wasn't close. It finished 7-2. It's the only time EI's really lost a game like that. They went 18-2 in the regular season. So did Sachem. And EI came away with the win in their second regular season meeting. They're looking to come away with it tonight because if they don't, they're done. Comes out to the point. Horman, another shot. Redirected. Steered away from the front. A turnover again. And looks like Sachem's got to have at least 10 shots on net by now. Up, but not out of the zone. It's broken up by DePerry. Leaves the goal line. EI sending it in from the netting. We get a whistle here, and 4:01 remaining in the period. Another defensive zone draw for EI. And what do they have to do to get through Sachem in the neutral zone? Because they're not creating clean breakouts, and it seems like they're not able to use their speed as much as they'd like in transition.
Well, Sachem's a fast team. They gotta do their best to keep up with them, but a big part of it is gonna be not throwing the puck up the wall repeatedly, because Sachem's really cracking down on those boards.
Shot from Portanova's turned aside, and again, it's sent right up the boards. It comes to the point. But a turnover, Akroff can't settle it. Horman doesn't find it. It comes free for Bradley. Poked away, trying to recover. Back for Akroff. Shot, blocked in the slot. Sachem looking for a clear off the skate of Cruz and out of the zone. And again, not as crisp as you would have liked there, but if you're EI, you gotta like the pressure you bring on the forecheck, trying to keep Sachem off balance.
Yeah, Brian Bradley's bringing a lot of the speed for EI right now.
Speaking of speed, Rutigliano curling in the corner after winning a battle against two Chiefs. On the cycle, wanted Portanova. Veef tries to poke it away from him, ends up back in the corner, now along the half wall. Ahead for Bradley. Coming in, dances through one defender. Mitchell pokes it away, but it comes back to Veef. A shot, save! Galante comes up clutch when he's called upon, and now Roman Cruz ahead. One-on-one, looks to wheel, drags, pulls across, fires just wide of the open net. Now another chance in transition. Veef ahead for Bradley. Coming in 1-on-3, Trapani the back checker. A big poke check from Cruz. Hands it off to Trapani. Pushing up ice as EI's in the middle of the change. Looking to split the defense. Can't. Force the outside. Sends it to the back door. Shot. It's blocked. It's loose in front. Pile up. Sachem can't collect. And Sasso keeping this game within one. His team rallying behind him. And on the forecheck, Trapani carrying it into his zone. No offsides. Haynes forces a turnover. Collecting it. Tied up. Carrying it around the net. To Musamechi in the slot. A shot that's blocked. Sachem, Roman Cruz ends up drawing a penalty here. And you gotta like what you saw from Sachem there offensively. You gotta love what you're seeing from Roman Cruz and Will Trapani. But the other way, this EI team, they're starting to create problems.
Yeah, there must have been 4 or 5 back and forth chances there, but there's you see a big difference between Sachem and EI, and Sachem getting the puck to the net. EI's getting into the slot, and they gotta release that puck quicker, move the puck quicker, get the puck on net, get some more shots.
A tripping call going against Jordan Haynes for EI, so that sends them to the kill. Zach Hess will take the draw for Sachem on this power play. Off the draw, EI pushing forward. Firth dancing in, all alone, partial breakaway taken off the puck, and that'll do it for this power play. What a play.
huge penalty kill opportunity for Firth on that one, but drew the call, so some 4-on-4 hockey for us. That'll be exciting.
And so as this power play comes to an end, we're going to have 1 minute and 48 seconds at 4-on-4. The power play will go up on the board with 7 seconds remaining in the frame. It's a 1-0 game. Sachem in the lead. Will Trapani with a low marker. Shot from the point turned aside. On the cycle, Bradley to Fontaine. Tries to go right back. A turnover is forced. Rutigliano carving through the eye in transition. Another penalty. And back to the power play we go. 3 penalties coming in a span of, well, we got the first call, 2:08. We have to wait 13 seconds for the second one. That came with 1:55, a hooking call against Horman, and now another penalty. We're going to see a 4-on-3 odd man advantage. Sachem back to the power play. This last call coming with 1:37 remaining, so 3 penalties in a span of 31 seconds. I don't think either coaching staff's going to be happy with that, especially not EI.
Things are getting really heated and physical between these teams, and
clear right off the
coaches
draw.
are going to have a lot to say in the locker room.
For Sachem, you can't be content for 1-goal lead. Not in a series like this. And as Cruz enters, pulls up, fires, it's poked aside by the stick of Sasso. Simone looking to recollect. Again, a 4-on-3 power play. Across for Trapani. It's broken up by Musumeci. Damian pokes it out of his own. Trapani recollects. Across the red line. Ahead for Simone. Shot, saved, rebound is free. Loose in the slot. Cruz, shot! Excuse me, no! Stopped again, comes out again. Mitchell shot over the net, glancing off the glass. Spinning, firing, save again! Jack Mitchell towards the front, diving on it. It's covered by Sasso, and with 1:04 remaining on the power play, save after save after save. We're going to take another look at that.
Yeah, 6 consecutive saves there for the EI goaltender. That's huge, a huge way to show up for your team at the end of this period.
Play now continues. Off the draw, Sachem with possession. Trapani to the half wall, to Simone. Gets it right back at the point. 30 seconds remaining in the period. Across, walking in, shot over the net. Stays in play. That shot coming off the stick of Jack Mitchell. Sachem looking to reset. Another cross-ice pass. Simone to Mitchell. Back to Trapani at the left point. Walks in. Back to Mitchell. Ahead. Shot. Redirected. It's loose. Musumeci off the wall. Comes out of the zone. Trapani will chase. 7 seconds remaining in the period. We are back to 4-on-4, but we got a whistle here. An interference call. And as play had returned to 4-on-4, we hadn't changed that on our screen because, again, it was going to be going back to a Sachem power play. But as Roman Cruz heads to the box, 4 penalties in a span of under 2 minutes. Actually, 2:05 to be precise.
Not a great time for Roman Cruz to take that penalty.
So
With both penalties about to expire, they're going to come out into the second period and almost immediately end up on the PK in a 1-0 game.
Face-off is 1 controlled, and we have 5 seconds remaining on that penalty to Horman. And as it stands, once that expires, we return to 4-on-4. Now, we're going to take a quick break here at the intermission, try and handle some technical things. We'll be right back. And we are back for the start of second. Shots were 17-4 according to the LISN shot tracker in that first period, so not what you want to see if you're EI. 15 minutes.
No, but hopefully in 24 seconds they'll be out of the box and on a 5v4 power play, and hopefully they can get some quick puck movement and some shots on net.
And right now they're still on a power play for just 5 seconds. They're going to be on a power play, and then play will return to 4-on-4, and we're underway here. Mitchell collecting in his own zone. Off the wall, a near turnover, comes out into neutral. Friesen fires it back in, delayed offsides as Bradley races to check up, and Fontaine gets back to work on the forecheck. Play is at even strength currently, 4-on-4. Sachem flipping that one all the way down from the wrong side to the goal line, but it doesn't make it there, and the power play begins for EI. They're regrouping. Bradley carrying it left to right, long change for both periods, trying to make that pass to Fontaine. Ends up going all the way across, off the wall, ahead. That time, Jack Mitchell getting the clear. Now landed Musamechi. To Bradley, to Fontaine, can't enter the zone. Rutigliano taken down. Arms stay down, we play on. A big hit there in neutral, but it looks like a clean one. EI regrouping now. Poked away. And another clear for Sachem. Damian recollecting under pressure from Rutigliano, reversing it up the wall. It comes to Bradley. Bit of a miscommunique there as Friesen went for it. So as the puck flutters out into neutral, Fontaine dances into the zone, pulls up on the backhand, curls, looking towards the slot. Backdoor pass, it's deflected, a chance for Horman to push the pace, but it's poked away, stays in the zone. How long, nobody knows. Horman resetting, carrying it towards center. Up, out of the zone, it slips by Lemaire. 15 seconds remaining on the EI power play. Rutigliano coming out to play the puck, and we saw it last night. Sasso was very it looks very conservative today, coming out to play the puck after that turnover yesterday that led to a 7-3 lead. And they score! It slips through, it's a power play goal! Landon Musamechi, this game is tied.
Musamechi basically went end-to-end on that one and came up huge for EI to tie it early in the third. Made a nice move on the goaltender and puts it home.
Well, it's a long change for both squads this period. Second period action underway here. This game is now tied. Face-off has been won back by Sachem, and first shot of the period just slipping by Volante. Hasn't gotten a feel for the puck, and that can be difficult for a netminder.
Yeah, a lot of goalies seeing a lot of shots is easier than seeing just a few, and that was his 5th shot on net in 15 minutes, so.
Roman Cruz looking to answer back. Musamechi turned on the Jets, but Cruz muscling through. Firth has to support, comes up, out of the zone, a chance in neutral, but Haynes can't maintain the handle. A good play by him defensively as Calbert resets D to D, and his pass is deflected. EI resets, Firth ahead, trying to beat Palladino to the outside, forced into the corner, sent towards the slot, and it ends up with Lemaire after it ends up behind Cruz. Sent back into the zone, off the wall, now banked ahead, poked out of the zone, one-handed that time by Portanova. Lemaire fires it back in, Palladino on the chase, Firth hot on his tail. Back towards Port, it ends up back beneath the goal line. EI keeping Sachem hemmed in, and it feels like a game right now. We didn't get that feeling early on. Yesterday, as a shot from Fontaine goes wide, but he'll collect it in the corner. Carrying towards center, walks in, shot, redirected, it's loose, free, battling for it, still free. And Volante this time coming up clutch. Sachem in disarray, they get a clear now. A whistle and a penalty. Came behind the play, it'll be the 5th of the game. It comes as soon as Sachem checks up.
Yeah, Musumeci's goal really seems to have lit a fire under Sachem. That was some really extended offensive zone time and a really good opportunity at the end, almost trickled in.
Well, we saw that goal trickle in the first time that way. 2 minutes on the clock, the penalty for slashing. It went against Ryan Palladino, the 5th penalty of this game. We didn't see a penalty until 2:08 was left on the clock in the first period. Since then, we've seen 5, and now EI has a chance to take the lead the first time, not only in this game, but in this series. Off the draw, a clear for Sachem. Sent all the way down, Sasso holds it, and as we were mentioning earlier on, he looks a little tentative coming out of his crease to play the puck after Tigliano forced a turnover on a shorthanded opportunity and banked it into that yawning cage with Sasso outside the crease. Simone gets another clear this time. Sasso comes out to play it, and he's faced a lot of shots today, but EI not really answering in kind on the power play. A turnover there. Trapani backhands it into the zone. EI still hemmed in. Damian putting him into the corner. Recollects. Simone pressures. It comes up the wall. Ahead from Bradley towards Schlick. Sachem tries to send it back down. It slips past Friesen. A minute has elapsed on this power play, but it may not feel like one, as Sachem has EI hemmed in their own zone. Fontaine ahead for Bradley. And Horman lays a hit in open ice, a big one, but credit to Bradley, he stayed on his feet, and even as Sachem looks for a clear.
Well, he ended up a few inches in the air on that one, but he did stay on his feet. Impressive for Bradley.
Well, Sachem now tied up in the corner, both teams wrestling for it. No arm goes up, we play on. Officials deeming 5 penalties in such short order enough. 16 seconds now remaining. There's
things getting rough in the corner after Horman's hit on Bradley, but the physicality in this game is getting higher and higher, but refs can't call everything, and we're seeing that.
And apologies, we had an issue on our score sheet. 9:38 remaining in the period. That should be corrected on your screen now. As the draw is pushed forward, Sachem looking to recollect, sending it up the wall. Held in by Blaschuk. It's his series debut. He missed yesterday's game, back in the lineup today. Penalty has expired. We return to 5-on-5. The score remains even as Sasso banks that one off the wall. An impressive clear for the netminder. Horman now looks to re-enter, tied up by Akeroth, sent back up the strong side wall, and you've mentioned it all game. You can't throw the puck up the wall repeatedly. It's not going to do you any favors in the long run.
Yeah, the coaching has got to let the players know the center breakout is open, but they just keep throwing it up the wall and are having a tough time getting it out of their own zone, but an impressive shot out by Sasso.
And
he can do it all.
He
Goalie.
can. Oh, almost put on net by Sachem. That wouldn't have even been a shot. Or, that isn't even a shot since it didn't go in, but it would have counted as one if it did. And that's probably what you want to see if you're EI after yesterday's debacle in neutral, but as it's sent up the wall. And both these coaching staffs, you know they're saying on the bench not to throw it up the wall, but as a player, it's a little hard to separate that when you're on the ice. Haynes now pushing ahead, coming in, dangles across, loses the handle, forced to pull up, battling for it. Cole Calber loses in his feet. EI's Haynes recovers, knocked off the puck again. Recovers, just volleying it back and forth beneath the goal line. Backhands to the point, a shot from Gonzalez, he fans on it, and picking up the pace, a chance in transition. Cruz to the outside, wheels, fires, scores! Roman Cruz! His 6th of the postseason.
Big turnover in the middle of the ice after a whiff shot by EI, and Roman Cruz capitalizes it. beats both defensemen, ends up on a breakaway. I mean, we had to see that coming after his performance yesterday, right?
He can wheel. He can wheel, he can wheel, he can wheel. It helps that he can shoot too, but man, the speed that time. You know, I've been waiting all season just to say wheel, snipe, Selly as a goal call. I think Roman Cruz is going to be one who gets it for me. I think it's going to be Roman Cruz. If it happens this season, it's going to be Roman Cruz. Off the draw, EI chips it back in. Looking to get to work on the forecheck. Becker against Krush. Forcing a pass to the weak side. It comes out of the zone after Chase Harris and pinched in. And puck is now recovered by Firth. And now a chance. 2-on-1. And maybe just one too many passes there. Simone under pressure from Kearney. Escape turn. Flips it up out of the zone. Rutigliano heading up ice. Pulls up towards the back door. Pass is blocked. Off the half wall. Trapani collects to Simone. Dancing in. Loses possession. A big stop there from Friesen. EI now pitching it down the ice. Rolls past the Sachem defender. Icing is waved off. Inga on the forecheck. Missing. Trying to follow through on that hit for Horman. Puck comes out of the zone. Trickles down to the right of Sasso. Collected by Friesen. Up the wall. Inga trying to outlet it. It's sent back in after Simone intercepts. Delayed offsides as we get a whistle here. Official's arm was up. You could see it from a mile away, but I suppose you couldn't if you were facing the goal the entire time.
Whole crowd could tell. We're yelling at him, but guess he couldn't hear it. That was a lot of ping pong in that last shift. Would like to see both teams look to complete some more passes to create some offense.
And puck moving around the perimeter, around the horn, so to speak, so important. And that last Roman Cruz goal, it's the second unassisted goal of this game. He had 2 unassisted goals earlier on in yesterday's game. It's Cruz's second unassisted goal in as many days. Draw is won by Sachem. It's flipped out of zone. Mineta in a foot race for it. He looks like he's going to win it. He does. Shot. Save. Sasso. Outlet pass broken up by Mineta. He's still pressing. In the corner. Brought down. Arms stay down. Mitchell ahead. EI. Schlitt. Backhanding to Fontaine. 2-on-1. Lost the handle. Has to get it back. Towards the back door. Shot. No! What a save by the outstretched pad of Volante. Fontaine resetting. Bradley to the front. Comes all the way out. Damien pinching in. Holds it. But for how long? Bradley still battling for it. Supported by Fontaine, who sent it towards the slot. No one there for EI. Mitchell can't get the breakout initially. Hess recovers the deflected pass. Enters EI territory. Was poked off his stick. Mineta collected it. Couldn't settle it. Damien ahead for Fontaine. Tries to drag past Palladino. Ends up in the corner. 5:05 remaining in the period. Cruz now ahead. A chance. Maybe even a breakaway. Wheeling. Shot. No! He lost the handle. The poke check from Sasso. Mineta now. Shot. Save. EI survives. They nearly went down by 2.
Huge save for Sasso there. Saw his defenseman give him a big hug at the end of that play, and he earned that. Big save at the end of the shift, too. I mean, it seems like he can just do it all.
He was fantastic yesterday when he entered. 21 saves on his first 24 shots. That 4th goal that went in was him coming out of the crease to play the puck. His defender wasn't back, trying to beat Rutigliano to it, but Sachem was able to force a turnover. They scored. They went up 7-2, and that was really just that last play that EI couldn't overcome. They may have scored twice after it. It may have ended 8-4, but any comeback effort ended with that goal. Cole Cowber ahead. His eldest brother George was a defenseman at the varsity level as that shot trickles through. His second eldest brother Colin just graduated, and his third eldest brother Cameron still with the program. at the end of the day, Sachem might end up changing their name to the Fighting Cowboys by the end of Cole's career. Cruz ahead. Shot, shoulder to side. It popped up. It's punched away from the net by Musamechi. Foreman holds it in on an attempted clear. Shot is blocked. Trickles free. Sasso covers. 4:01 remaining now.
A few blocked shots by East Islip have trickled their way towards him, and he's unfazed, reacting quickly to those pucks. He's coming up huge for his team right now, based on the shots, difference in shots.
Well, with that being said, if we can get the total shots up, we will in a moment. Haven't had a chance to through the first 2 periods, but off the draw, ends up going towards Sasso's net. He paddled it away. Now Bradley wheeling up ice. To the outside, poked away, recovers. Shot as he dove down to the ice. Ends up going wide. EI. Doesn't look like we have an arm up on that play.
Seeing some frustration from Bradley right now. He's been thrown around a few times without calls.
Shots were 17-4 in the first period. We'll have total shots for you in this one as well soon. We can get those up for you. Right now, Trapani entering to the outside, muscles through, pass towards the slot. Comes all the way out towards Bradley. Can't get past Palladino. Now carries beneath his own net against Simone, angled off the puck. Becker recovering, and EI still trying to reset beneath their own goal line. Another turnover coming because of it. And a shot from the outside that's blockered out. Comes out of the zone. Mitchell collecting in neutral. Under pressure. Breaks free of what was nearly an open ice tackle and now enters the zone. Cutting to the outside. To the slot. A shot. No. Second chance. No! Joe Sasso comes up clutch. Apologies, we accidentally rolled a replay during the play. Wow. I guess my instincts got the better of me that time. I want to see that replay right away. What a save. It comes free. It scores! Off the stick of Firth and into the net. A redirect. What a sequence. And apologies here. You're going to start to see the start of this play here as unfortunately clipped my miscue on the replay. You see that shot into the corner. And Annabelle, take us away.
Huge pass from the corner to the middle. Oh, tipped in by, was that by Sachem?
That was by EI.
Or by the EI defenseman.
That was by EI.
Sachem player in front of the net celebrated like it was him, but that's a brutal play for Sasso after the sequence before where he made that huge stick save at the far post.
In Trapani's defense, he normally is the one who scores those. But now heading up ice, Fontaine's shot ends up wide. EI now looking to reset. Comes out of the zone, poked away in neutral. EI re-enters Fontaine, across, shot, scores! What a goal! What a goal! And it's a 1-goal game yet again.
That turnover at the blue line by Sachem led to that sequence. It was a huge play. That was an amazing backhand pass to the slot and just an absolute snipe by EI.
And that looks like it was 45. That's Inga. And as the draw is one forward, EI looking to press. Heading to the way now, Horman nearly trips up the official there in the corner. And the turning shot, it's turned aside. Another stop for Sasso. It now comes out of the zone. To Perry, up the wall. Veith holds it in, dumps it in, and Firth will chase. He scored the game-tying goal in EI's eventual 6-4 win. 4 unanswered goals in the third period of that one to come back and punch their ticket to the finals, and now they need to come back from a 2-goal deficit. Shot from the point, turned aside right off the zone entry. Roman Cruz can't get to it. Sent up, but not out of zone. Glove down by Horman, who gets tied up, recovers, still battling for it. No-look drop pass, comes out of the zone. Racing with Becker, shoulders him off the puck. And now Jackson Crush off the wall. Cruz settles it, poked away. EI re-enters. Musamechi to the outside, back in, shot, scores! It's a tie game! Landon Musamechi finds the back of the net.
Turnover in the neutral zone by Sachem, and Musamechi comes down the boards, beats the defenseman, and goes short side on the goalie. Huge play.
That's Musamechi's second unassisted goal of this game. It's tied. And last night, well, to say the least, the second period wasn't Sachem's strongest. They gave up their most shots of the game in that one, 10. They ended up out-shooting EI 42-21 in that one. But right now, it doesn't look like it's going to go that way tonight. EI is battling for their season. They want to play on Sunday, and they need to win today to do it.
You can see the urgency on offense and defense right now for EI.
46 seconds remaining. Mitchell with the stop there against Becker.
Some anger from EI about the lack of call there, but play goes on.
Dancing towards center, Simone to the back door. It's poked away. Another strong deflection there by Lemaire. Mineta on the cycle to Simone. Curling off the wall to Mineta. Shot blocked by Lemaire. Mineta pulls up in the slot looking for a shot. Ends up settling for a pass. It's deflected up. It rolls off the skate of Mitchell. A brutal bounce for Sachem, but the defender recovers, leads Mineta, who enters. The outside looking to cut back in a shot that goes wide. A great opportunity for EI. Mitchell, one last chance at the net, drives in and ran out of time there, but a nice play. 2 periods have gone by. We're deadlocked at 3.
Lemaire and Firth came up big at the end of that period with 2 blocks in the last minute.
And as we take a look at the shot counts in the first period, EI was outshot 17-4. In the second, they were outshot 12-7. So 29 shots for Sachem. 11 for EI. Once again, these are not official shots on goal. The league no longer tracks shots on goal, and you'll never believe why, Annabelle.
Why?
Apparently, somebody thought the shot on goal count wasn't accurate enough and kept complaining about it. So now we get to do it up in the booth as a sibling duo. Yay!
Well, I mean, that's a little tough for the goaltenders in this league, no?
This
isn't a
goaltending friendly league. This is the lowest scoring game these two teams have played. Their first meeting was 7-2. Their second was 7-6. Both teams that won had 7 goals. Sachem and EI respectively. Their last one was 8-4.
I'm just saying, must be a tough coaching decision to try to figure out which goalie has the higher save percentage heading into the game.
You got GAA though. That's it. Just GAA.
Just GAA.
Wins, losses, ties. One of the best goalies at the varsity level this year. 2 of them, actually. Michael Sittler, Ward Melville, Shane Kirby, Connecticut, Sayville, BBP T-Birds. You would not know they were 2 of the best goalies in the league looking at their GAAs. Because they played on teams that slipped into the playoffs. They made a good effort in the first round. Really strong goaltenders, both having both set to graduate this spring. But you couldn't tell how good they were based on their numbers.
I'm just absolutely flabbergasted that a parent's complaint caused them to just get rid of it altogether.
That's not the rinks I know and love and grew up at. That's not the rinks I know and love and grew up at. All jokes aside, as Mitchell tries to enter. EI, Musamechi ahead, dumps it in, goes off the official. Shot, scores! Landon Musamechi completes the hat trick thanks to ref. It's 4-3 EI, their first lead of this series.
Another turnover by EI. This time, Musamechi's goal is assisted, shoots it right into the ref, picks it back up, and just snipes top left corner. That is huge for EI.
Wow, what's the technical term hockey players use for that? Nasty, I believe?
Probably. You think the ref's getting the assist on that one?
I don't think so. Honestly, he could have entered on his own and just fired it in. Luck, I guess, there. It was meant to be. Delayed offsides now.
Looked like it hurt, too.
That's his third unassisted goal of this game. An unassisted hat trick for Landon Musumeci. That one goes all the way down, rifling that one. And with 14:22 remaining. Again, an unassisted goal from Musumeci. He got a lead past it, but since he banked it off the official, ends up being unassisted. It's like chipping it off the boards. It's almost like a change of possession when that kind of thing happens. The officials are part of the field of play, and in all honesty, I think he could have carried that in and would have scored anyway if he hadn't banked it in.
Yeah. I mean, no way for the official to get out of the way of that one. Just tough bounce for Sachem.
Now the Warriors looking to tie it. They enter. Simone drags, pulls up, hands it off. A shot, a save. Steered away by Veith. EI with their first lead of this series. It's 4-3. 14 minutes remaining in the third period. A costly turnover forced by Tremonti. A batted down pass that was nearly settled by Simone. Sachem Center rolling off the wall. Backhand shot. Not sure if Sasso got a piece of it. He certainly saw it, though. Another turnover, another save. Sachem percolating. Comes out to the point. Palladino. Back to Trapani. Ends up back in the corner. Samoa on the cycle, looking to get to work. Rolling off the wall. A shot. Ends up wide. Utigliano will chase. To Trapani. To Simone. A shot, and it's ramped off of stick of a defender. Out of play.
EI's coming up big on both sides of the ice right now. Huge block at the end of that period.
And you can't blame Volante for these goals. They've all been high danger chances, absolute snipes. And the kid they call Moose with the hat trick here for EI, trying to will his team to Sunday. One way or another, this season will come to an end. How it ends can still be decided by the players on the ice. It comes towards the front, spinning, firing, save right off the dome. EI looking for a clear. They get it. Mitchell battling for it in neutral. Carried back in the zone by Fontaine, so icing, or offsides rather, is waved off, and a poke check by Cruz. Recovered, sent off the wall by Fontaine. Pass Gonzalez, ends up with Akeroth. Turnover forced. Mineta ahead for Hess. Shot. Blocker to side, loose in the slot. Fontaine now ahead, drags, knocked off the puck. Goes down in the slot, no arm up, play goes on. And we get a whistle now. 12:25 remaining. Apologies, we seem to have had another issue with the clock on our end. It's a 4-3 game in favor of the EI Fontaine, with teammates, both sides taking a knee. And as a coach heads out into the ice, we'll see if a trainer follows, but looks like Fontaine gets back to his feet as trainers head out to the ice. And we'll take this stoppage to remind you to follow the @LI Sports Network on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's @LI Sports Network.
I think he might have taken that one to the throat, Jack. That's a tough spot to get it in, but hopefully he'll be fine. Coming up huge. He's made some huge plays for EI, so they need him to finish this game.
Couldn't agree more, and honestly, going through our advertisers right now, surprised we don't have somebody who sells neck guards on here, but there is an advertise here button right on the bottom of our scoreboard. If you sell neck guards and are interested, contact Mike Brown right away. I believe Bradley was wearing a neck guard that time around, of course, as the face-off is won back. Gonzalez trying to push ahead. Akeroth enters. Shot deflected off the stick of Horman, ends up back in the corner. Krush against Kearney. Both teams looking to settle it. EI trying to grind out a win. Sachem trying to secure their first title of this season. And now heading up ice. Portanova ahead. Dumps it in. Karams towards the front. And a turnover after Sasso leaves it for Gonzalez. Sachem working it around the horn. Horman slap shot. And it's turned aside by Sasso again. Another shot. Scores! And Simone! Dylan Simone, his second of this postseason. It's 4-4.
Huge clapper by Horman at the beginning of that, started that sequence, got the puck deep. Just wheels around the circle, shoots, scores. Beautiful play.
Simone has been rolling off that half-wall game. I know you mentioned it to me at that first stoppage when we took a quick break. And with 11:39 remaining, Sachem carries forward off the draw. Simone with possession, lost it, sent back the other way. That's the second unassisted goal of this game for Sachem. And as they re-enter, looking to find the back of net, a shot that's blocked. Horman circling the zone. Recovered by Becker. Escaping pressure. Holds it, just going to wedge that one in there under no pressure. Don't see that every day.
Interesting to freeze in the middle of the period, 11:11 remaining, and
a shot that's turned aside. It's not like an overtime loss will get them tomorrow.
No, I don't. They got to put one in, and
as Trapani gets it, shot punched out, a big save by Sasso. Trying to keep his team in this game as it's sent up, down, rolling towards the goal line. It ends up with Horman icing waved off. Sachem defenseman resets behind his own net. Just fires that one off the wall. Simone carrying it back into his own zone. Hands it off for Trapani in transition. Give and go play, entering 2-on-2 to the outside. Trying to backhand it towards the slot. Still circling, tried to set up shop in Gretzky's office. EI recovers it, flips it up, out, and it rolls. It might trickle down. It's going to die before it reaches the goal line. Fontaine against Palladino. Off the wall, Simone collects.
Smart play by EI to get that change when they've been in the D zone for...
And Simone stood up by Damien. We play on a big, clean, open ice hit. Blocked shot in the slot. Puck comes out of the zone.
Simone yelling at the ref in the middle of the ice. You don't see that every day either.
From parents?
Kid.
I did not see that. Must have been behind the play. Retigliano scores! Board down. Sachem retakes the lead.
Wow. Bar down shot from Sachem on that one.
Well,
that is huge, giving them the lead back in the middle of this period.
2 goals in as many games for Rutigliano, and as
starting to see a little bit of panic set in for EI.
There definitely has to be. As looks like this goal has been credited as unassisted too. So as Hayton wheels into the zone, poked away, lost the handle, recovers, sends it towards front, redirected, they score! We got a barn burner on our hands. It's tied at 5.
He just throws the puck to the net on that one, and a huge tip in front. Slips it past the goaltender.
Matt Akeroth from Jordan Haynes. We're tied at 5. And that breaks a streak of 4 straight unassisted goals. And it wasn't even a pass. I mean, redirects still count, don't get me wrong, but we've talked a lot about puck movement, and it turns out it might not be necessary.
How many? 10 goals scored. How many of them have been unassisted?
Let's see here. Shot from Musumeci is blocked. How many unassisted ones do we got?
6.
Friesem shot redirected on net, glancing off the goaltender's pads that time. Heading up ice now with speed. Behind the play, defender loses his stick. EI recovers in neutral. Akroth dumping it back in. It's do or die for EI. Sachem trying to secure the title. The Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls won the developmental championship, that is. They won at the JV level, they won at the varsity level, all in this conference. It was EI who denied them that freshman title or a chance at it. And now it's Akroth towards the front. They're not ready to go home yet. An EI squad that, as that one enters the zone, a chance. Cruz pulls up, loses it, recovers towards the front. It's blocked. At the varsity level, EI was favored to win it all. They ended up losing in the county semifinals. They won in states. And that seems to have sparked something for this EI freshman squad as Haynes chips it in. Puck comes out of the zone. It's recovered. Damien ahead. Sent in by Firth. Pushing. Calber collects. The youngest of 4 brothers that will have played in Sachem in the past 5 years. Cruz coming in, shot, save. Another stop by Sasso. And
Sasso has repeatedly come up huge for EI in important situations in these games. The 5-5 tied game, makes a big save. They're all standing there thanking him, and he deserves that.
You got to give it to him. He's been outstanding, and not to take anything away from Vellante because he's been really solid in net. But some deflections, some high danger chances, breakaways, power plays, and when you can't win the special teams battle, that comes back to haunt you.
I'm still thinking about that stick save from earlier.
Trapani across, back to the point. Horman, it's on his backhand, so he's forced to resettle it. Moving it high to low, comes back to the point. Pitch back in the zone. Lemaire can't glove it down. Simone, back to the point. Horman, one-time clapper, blocked. Bradley, pushing up ice. Horman hot on his tail. Mitchell supporting. Bradley, poked away. Fontaine collects, pulls up. Has it poked away again. Jack Mitchell. Now wheels up ice. He scored in the semifinals on a short-handed breakaway goal. Now he muscles his way through into the corner, setting up shop. It comes to the point. Horman gets lost in the feet of Retigliano to Mitchell. Looking to the back door. Trapani can't connect. Comes out of the zone now. Another chance in transition. Horman lost it. Bradley pulls up. Stays on sides. What a play. Chip back into the zone. Mitchell against Fontaine. Turnover, shot, save. Rebound comes free. Bradley has his stick lifted. A chance now heading the other way for Sachem. Trapani wheeling up ice. 3-on-2 if he hurries. EI on the back check. Sachem's leading scorer circling the net. Some commotion there behind the play. As both teams getting physical, a delayed penalty, delayed no longer. 5:57 remaining. Sachem heading to the power play.
It's been a little while since there's been a penalty call, but that was a big hit behind the net and a little bit to the head there, but put an EI on the power play, on the PK with 6 minutes left.
And
not a great position to be in.
You don't have to look at the regular season statistics to know that you don't want to put EI on the power play, but since we got time to burn, we're going to do it anyway. And this is why. You might think to yourself, how many power play goals did Sachem have during the regular season? Well, they averaged 1 a game, 23 to be precise. They only allowed 2 against. They scored 6 shorthanded goals. When you win the special teams battle, the way this Warriors squad has, you tend to win hockey games. False start off the draw. The call against Friesen, my apologies, was for boarding. Looks like it's a 2 and 10, so there should be someone in the box serving. And it looks like EI has to send someone now. That's what the commotion was over. So as looks like that's Greg Ozimo, Ozzy, who gets to serve the 2-minute minor. I mean, there's never a good situation to serve a minor penalty, but I'm at least going to call him Ozzy if he has to do it. We're leaning into nicknames now. I spent an entire developmental game calling Sean Wogelmuth by his full name instead of just Woogie. Woogie is fun to say. Wogelmuth is not.
What's going on right now? What's the commotion in the box?
Probably just about the clock, having to reset it. Probably just going to keep it frozen for these next 2 seconds, if I had to guess. Nope, they're resetting it.
Are they going to fix the time, too? Nope.
No comment by the Long Island Sports Network on the official time. No comment. I have none. EI gets the clear right off the draw.
Good start to the PK for EI.
And now wheeling up ice. Trapani poked away, gets it back. Puts it through the legs of a defender, circling. Tried to go for the Michigan, and has the ability to do it. I believe he's done it. Not this season, and shot going wide there. We've seen the Michigan this season. We've seen it at the freshman level.
It's a bold move to make with 5 minutes left in a championship game.
Hey, I've seen guys score that way the first time. Cruz's shot turned aside, a big stop for Sasso.
Yeah, I mean, he almost had that.
He's a very skilled player. You know, this top 3 for Sachem, Trapani and Simone, I know for certain. I can't actually recall off the top of my head with Cruz. I know Trapani and Simone are 8th graders. So playing at the freshman level, they're not eligible for the JV level. So if you're wondering why a kid who had 69 points in the regular season wasn't called up, that is the reason. Had 9 entering this contest in the postseason. So a total of 78, not too bad. I mean, you always put up points, you still do. I was lucky to get 7.
Well,
Trapani
not 78.
shot.
78 is absolutely insane. And how many games is that?
I think 20. I think he got 20 regular season games. Mitchell walking in under pressure, poked free, battling for it. Towards center. Can't be settled. Lemaire poking it up. Foreman, shot. Redirected off of Sean Damien into the corner. Resetting to Jack Mitchell. Inching in. Moving it beneath the goal line. Dropped off to Trapani. 4:20 remaining in the period. Under 25 seconds of the power play. Shot. Blocked. Loose in front. Poked into the corner. Trapani resets. Back to Mitchell. Across. Horman. Back to Mitchell. Pass intended for Horman. Redirected. Ends up in the corner. Cruz against Damien. EI defender gets it up. Rolls towards the blue line. Held in. Damien gloves it down. Penalty will expire. A return to 5-on-5. EI getting a bit lucky there with that change. Their bench knows it too. Simone entering to the outside. Pulls up. Fires an off-angle shot. That one goes careening around the wall. Horman steps into it. Blocked. Recollects the puck. Damien with the shoulder check. Sachem defender breaks free but can't soccer it to his stick. Comes back out to the point, held in. Horman circling. Damien that time takes him down. EI resetting. Firth with possession. 3:20 remaining. Mitchell collects. Dangling. Ahead for Simone. Drags. Lost it. Can't get it back. Loose in the slot. A turnover. Trapani. Looking towards the front. Pass deflected. Comes out. Sasso looking for a cover. It's still free. Pile up. The EI netminder gets the whistle. 2:58 remaining in the period. And what are the shots in this period?
Sachem 10, EI 5.
Well, it was 29-11 after the end of the third. So EI has 16 shots, and correct me if I'm wrong, Abel, you've always been better at math than I have. I can barely count the fingers on each of my hands, respectively. 39-16 in favor of Sachem. This game is tied at 5.
And that just tells you how awesome Sasso has been in this game today.
He's been outstanding. He's trying to force a start tomorrow. He wants a chance at a title. He's got to win today to do it. This game is tied. Hunter to Perry holding it in. Poking it into the corner. Hess on the forecheck. Back to DePerry on the cycle towards the slot. Bradley picks that one off. Looking to push up ice. Ahead for Fontaine. Just past his outstretched stick. Palladino recovers. Correction, Hess got it from Palladino. Now Fontaine dangling in. Backhand shot. It's turned aside by Valente. Puck comes all the way down, and we get a whistle here, and icing with, and my apologies, 2:18 remaining in the period.
Yeah, Fury, you just gotta have Fontaine and Bradley out here in these last 2 minutes. They've been standout players today for them, and they're getting pucks to the net.
I'd also like to thank Dwayne Conlon for hopping in the chat to thumbs down saying Wogelmuth and thumbs up saying Woogie. That's just an elite move. That is elite. I like that. Vinny Mineta now wheeling into the zone for Sachem. Taken down along the wall. Zach Hess collects. Arms stay down. We play on. We've hit the 2-minute warning. Comes out of the zone now. Racing up ice. Foreman under pressure. From Schlitt, it's sent up. Stays in play. Now a chance. Rutigliano on a breakaway. Shot. Save! Sasso! Sachem re-entering. Tied up. A turnover force. Mineta had it, lost it, gets it back. Comes back to the point, shot. Another one off the beak that time. Sent towards the point. Mitchell can't get it. Fontaine does. Pushing up ice to the slot. Bradley shot. Redirected. Sails over the net. It's loose beneath the goal line. Bradley tied up with Fontaine. Neither can figure out who to go for. So Jack Mitchell forces the turnover, moves it to the weak side for Horman. To Rutigliano. With it. Knocked off the puck on the back check. Fontaine to Bradley. Dancing in. Separated from it. It's loose in front. It's carried into the corner. Hess with possession. Or correction, that's Cole Kalber actually. A turnover force. Fontaine through his legs. Can't connect with Bradley. And now another chance, pushing up ice. It's Roman Cruz. Who else but Roman Cruz? And his shot is stopped. 39.2 seconds remain in this game.
Just another absolutely tremendous save made by Sasso with 39 seconds left in this game. Roman Cruz, 5 goals in the first game. But Sasso's coming up big tonight.
And correct me if I'm wrong, he's faced more than 40 shots at this point. We get a timeout now. I believe that timeout was called by Sachem. They have an offensive zone draw, 39 seconds remaining. And this is a Sachem program that's been looking to get over the hump for a few years now. They won a JV title with Thomas Kinkowski. They had him for 2 years at the varsity level. He was arguably the most dynamic player in the league. He got a tender from the NCDC squad for the PAL Junior Islanders because of it. Never made it past the first round. A shame if there ever was one. And for Sachem and EI squads that entered the varsity level in the top 4, the JV level in the top 4, they came away empty-handed. Smithtown Hauppauge swept the varsity and JV divisions. They took the developmental division over the Longwood Lions. These two squads will be the only teams not from Smithtown Hauppauge. One of them will come away with a ship. Only one of them. EI has a state title. They do not have a county title. Ryan Anatra leading the charge that time for Danny Barbitos' squad.
EI coach got up a breakout on the board. It's a do-or-die moment for them, and it'll be interesting to see if they can pull it off. Get the puck out of the zone, and
EI's head coach listed as Richard Damien here. Their GM and top assistant listed on the roster, Danny Burrito. As the faceoff is won back, Lemaire ahead. It's deflected. It rolls through. Palladino racing after it, and he manages to get the clear. Trapani escaping first. A penalty, and we get a whistle. David Wirtz and Chris Simone, Sachem squad, will get a power play. And if this does not bring about the end of this game in regulation, well, EI will start overtime on the kilt.
And like we talked about earlier, Sachem's have the best power play in the league this year at the freshman level. So EI killed the last one, but they got to come up big on this one too to save their season.
Well, if we make it to the break, we'll go over what they've done in the playoffs in terms of power play goals. Because if you think they stopped after the regular season, you're sorely mistaken. Off the draw, shot, scores! Justin Horman rips one home. What a goal!
Sachem won that face-off. Winger made a nice pass to the middle for Horman, who just absolutely ripped that slap shot. He's probably taken 5 to 10 of those in this game, and that one pays off in the final minute. Huge play for Sachem there.
And EI calls timeout. A game that has been a seesaw battle back and forth between these two squads. Sachem has now retaken the lead. 20.9 seconds remaining. Justin Horman, who scored at the JV level during his 2-game call-up with that squad, who's been absolutely fantastic in these playoffs for the Warriors. As we take a look, already had 3 points coming into today, picks up his second goal of the postseason.
I mean, you know what they say, you can't teach height, and he's got height and speed.
Well, he had 14 points in the regular season too, and an impressive showing for a Sachem squad that is without their captain Matt Lengel Jr., who's at States this weekend. So, has a decent reason. Dylan Simone, Will Trapani pick up the assist. The power play is over. We've been saying it's do or die all game for EI. Now, more than ever, those words ring true. 20.9 seconds remaining. An empty net as this draw is pushed forward by Fontaine. Foreman up the wall. It leaves the zone. Under 10 seconds remaining. It's banked back in. Held by Horman. He fires it up, down. EI looking for it. That will do it. It rolls towards the empty net. It does not cross the line before it does. Sachem has won a title. The Sachem Warriors are your SCHSHL freshman champions. An absolutely fantastic ending to an instant classic, a rivalry that will be carried out for the next 3 to 4 seasons. Both teams will remember this moment. For Sachem, a moment of triumph. For East Islip, an obstacle, adversity to overcome.
Yeah, devastating finish for EI. Sasso having a huge game. Bradley, Fontaine all had huge games, but just came up a little short. And to have it come in the final 20 seconds is going to be a big blow, and they're going to remember this for next season.
These rivalries tend to carry over. Just ask the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls. They won the varsity ship this year after winning a JV ship. And who else did they go up against? The team they beat the JV finals, the team that won the varsity finals the year before, the St. Anthony's Friars. They put an end to that dynasty that season. These teams tend to remember. But for now, it's a moment of triumph for Sachem. A title for David Wirtz's squad. And Danny Barbarito, EI's GM, coaching staff member for all 3 squads, will have to be content with a state title at the varsity level. I'm sure he is. And what an ending to this season. Just want to thank everyone who made this possible. And we're going to start with the man at the top, Charlie Ventasinkwe. He's been the league president for over 30 years. It's been a tremendous run from another great season for him. Many more hopefully on the way, and just absolutely fantastic. This SCHSHL that stood for over 50 years now. Just ask Sachem, check their Instagram page. Still has the 50th anniversary logo up for the SCHSHL, and what a season. Big thanks to everyone around the league, everyone who made this possible, everyone at home who has supported us this entire journey, and what an absolute pleasure it has been to call these freshman finals. Dylan Simone's grandfather actually now will be the one handing out the trophies, the hats that the freshman squad will receive. We're going to roll through the lineups here because you can't really hear his voice on the broadcast. First on the docket for Sachem. James Burgoyne. He started 13 games in the regular season, 1 in the postseason. He was an absolute workhorse for Sachem. They wouldn't be here without him. Up next, Joe Volante, who started these last 2 games. You can hear him from here. Roman Cruz, whose 5-goal performance yesterday, whose key goal in the second period, he was all around it all game. They don't win without him. Hunter DePerry up next. Key piece in the regular season and knows his role, does a good job of it here in the finals. Up next, Sean Feely, another scrappy player cut from the same cloth. Andrew Gandolfo Gando getting his hat now. Got a call up to the JV level. Zach Hess up next for Sachem. Justin Horman, he scored the golden goal in this finals. Joe Ilg. Another one of those grinders in the Sachem lineup. Cole Calborough, youngest of 4. His eldest brother, Greg, with Farmingdale State College. Second eldest just graduated. Maybe we'll see him with Cameron at the varsity level someday. Jackson Krusch getting his hat. Strong defender for the squad. Patrick Loeb, the younger brother of Scott Loeb, the rising senior for Sachem this upcoming fall. Vinny Mineta. Been wheeling up and down the ice, playing like there's no tomorrow all season long. Jack Mitchell, younger brother of Wally Mitchell IV, former varsity member for Sachem. He picks up a freshman title. When his brother was playing, they just went straight to varsity. What a turnaround for the Sachem program these last few years. Ryan Palladino getting his hat now. Tremendous part of this team, big part on the blue line. Anthony Portanova Port collecting his next. Ryan Rutigliano. He scored the 5th goal of the game for Sachem. He's just been wheeling all playoffs long. Dylan Simone up next. His grandfather seems proud of him as well. Big game for him. Anthony Trauma up next. Another strong part of the Sachem squad. Will Trapani. What can't you say about him? He's going to finish this season with a total of over 80 points. Head coach David Wirtz. Flanked by Chris Simone, Walter Mitchell, and Will Trapani, the assistant coaches. That's Walter Mitchell the third, actually. The second Walter Mitchell sitting in the booth next to us, actually, at this time. A tremendous moment for this entire Sachem coaching staff, this entire roster. And it's going to be Horman who's going to take this trophy first. It was him, the Sachem defender, who scored the golden goal. This is Sachem's moment. And this is what you live to see, the moments you never forget. It's been an absolute pleasure calling games for this squad, for every squad this season.
And they are enjoying the moment.
There he goes, Cole Calber, the youngest of 4 brothers. Who doesn't love a 10-UFA trophy? These are the moments you never forget. Hockey fans, these are your 2024 SCHSHL Freshman Champions. The future of this league we couldn't have asked for a better ending than this. Proud moment for this entire Sachem organization. John LaRochester's club bringing home a title. They fell just short at the junior varsity level. And they're still searching for that elusive varsity championship. Maybe this is the team. Maybe this is the team that'll bring it home. You've been watching SCHSHL Freshman Finals Game 2 action. This season has come to a close. The final game has been played. A bittersweet moment for us up here in the booth. And a moment, a golden moment for Sachem. Final score was 6-5. Justin Horman scored the golden goal. It came with 20.9 seconds remaining. Signing off one last time here at the rinks, one last time for old time's sake. Jack Ziskin on the call, alongside Annabelle Ziskin. Rowan Deek on camera. Again, thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody who made this possible. Thank you to everybody who watched from home. We'll see you next season.